this example that I'm first going to go over is from our notes on 5.4 day 2, and I remember that we never went back to this and I forgot about it, and this one would be a really good one to help you review for the test. So if you can grab that example from your notes or pull it up on your iPad, then you can fill it in as we go. So the first thing we're going to do is fill in our given information, and we have that A, B, D, C is a parallelogram. And that was our given information. So you'll notice in this one, we're going to be working with angles. So we are going to start with what we know in this parallelogram. Because there are no opposite angles inside of the parallelogram they give us, we're going to look at other information we know. And because we're working with angles, we're going to want to state that these lines are parallel to each other. And we know that because this is a parallelogram. So if you're working with angles, you're either going to say both pairs of opposite angles are congruent, or you're going to say both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. So in this one, we can say BD is parallel to AC, and we can say AB is parallel to CD. And the reason because we can say we have a parallelogram implies both pairs of opposite sides are parallel. There we go. Then, once we have those parallel lines and we stated both pairs, we can then go ahead and talk about any angle pairs. So the first angle pair I see is 3 and 2. And those angles are corresponding angles. So we can say angle 2 is congruent to angle 3. And we know that because the parallel lines imply corresponding angles are congruent. That also shows up for angle 3 and angle 4. Those are also corresponding angles. So in the same step, I can say angle 3 is congruent to angle 4. Now, if we look back at what we're trying to prove, we need to show that angle 1 is congruent to angle 4. Now, we already have angle 4 in our proof, but we don't have anything with angle 1. So if we go back and we look at our information, we can see angle 1 is across from angle 2. And those are vertical angles. So we can say next that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. And we know those are congruent because vertical angles are congruent. And if you've already done this proof, you could have said that after the given information and then done the parallel lines, or you could say this first. So now if we look at all of this information, we know 1 is congruent to 2, 2 is congruent to 3, and 3 is congruent to 4. So now we can say what we were trying to prove, that angle 1 is congruent to angle 4, which is the transitive property. And this would be a good example to help you study for the test tomorrow. So make sure you look over this one from the notes, and it is on 5.4 day 2 notes. Okay, and then if you want to continue on to the proofs from the test review, I have videos for those as well.